Hello and welcome. Really looking forward to this hour. I said this to John because he was saying, oh, shall we have a chat? And I'm like, no, I want to watch you demo. Because this is it, our lovely John. I love it when you're in the building anyway, because we do have a nice chat.
Yeah.
But I think because you can do so many techniques, you know,
can.
and this is why it feels like for me, I have so much to learn about the machine, about all the different falls and all the things you can do. And I find that so exciting.
Yeah, it's been amazing to play with it. It's been amazing to come up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it was my concept.
Amazing.
You know, I found the machine.
Yeah.
And then backtracked what could we do with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then came up with the ink and the magic medium and all the techniques. So I've had 18 months of playing.
Amazing.
And I think, to be honest with you, one of the biggest accolades I can have for the machine is that when we came off air on the earlier show, you told me you wanted one.
Yeah, I absolutely did.
And
I'm having one of
I
these.
don't mean that as a horrible thing, but that's rare.
Yeah,
because you see hundreds of products.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you love them at that time, but it doesn't sit in your brain. And then when we got together before the show, you were like, I said, can we not just have a chat? And you genuinely said, no, I want to sit and watch the demos. I want to see more I can do. What can I do with it when I get it?
Absolutely, genuinely, because it's one of those that it's for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, yes, it's for clean and simple cards. It's for pretty cards. It's for people who literally just like to do something nice and easy, matte and layer, that kind of thing. It's for people who want messy stuff, who want grungy stuff. And when a product can give you that, but it's different, for me, that ticks so many boxes.
It really does. Well, the two things are, I had a lady message me between shows. And she said, my die cutter's broke. I need a new die cutter. I love your new machine.
Yes.
Will it die cut as well?
Yeah, you forget that bit.
Predominantly, that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
I use this day in, day out as a die cutting machine.
Yeah.
I use my A4 Go Power and Emboss for anything bigger, anything major. But the little bits, and A5, I use this all the time.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, if you look at this, is my machine. Okay. This, I had to get a special case for it because it's transported.
Yeah.
So if you want a case for it, you have to get a 12-inch vinyl record case.
Right.
That's what fits
cool.
it. I know it's down there. It's lovely. But I've done all these techniques on it. You know, I know you love your messy, mucky. I love things clean.
Yeah.
I haven't cleaned this machine.
Yeah.
I haven't wiped it down.
Yeah.
I've done all those techniques on it.
Yeah.
And it's still clean, and I'm not washing plates in between or die cutting.
Yeah.
So it lets me do the things you do.
Yeah, all the messy.
Without being messy.
Yeah.
And I like that, because I don't like being messy, but I like the messy effects.
Yeah,
you know, we're
exactly.
obviously two sides of the same coin, really.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, after I've had mine a week, let's come back and see what mine will look like. Now, as John said, this is your one-day special, and that is it. You absolutely forget. When you see all the things it can do, you absolutely forget it's actually a die cutting machine. It'll actually do your die cuts. Not only will it do your die cuts, but it'll also do your big die cuts. So it'll do those chunky die cuts. The dies from Sizzix, you know, those really nice chunky ones. It is an A5 machine, so obviously, you know, your dies have to fit on that plate or the same size as, but it's a die cutting machine, and it's a good die cutting machine. Your plates, really good, strong plates. Your base, one of these plates, that base plate is magnetic. Now, normally you have to pay to get a magnetic plate. Not with this, it's all part of the collection. However, what makes this super special, on the side of there's a button, and obviously you can plug it in. That means it heats the rollers. That means this allows you to do so many more things, which is why you've got your foil, which is why you've got the ink and the pad and a pen, because this allows you to transform your die cutting machine into a foiling machine, which means all your stamps, you can go through your back catalogue of stamps, you can now create and change your stamps into foiled designs. For me, that is massive. Your whole stamp collection, you can now go back. This will be dead exciting. Think about this now, all your stamps. And I love going through all my old stuff and remembering what I've bought in the past. Go through it all and just foil it and see what it looks like. Honestly, some of those stamps will be like, oh my gosh, it'll absolutely revive some of your stamps, and you'll dig them back out again. It'll be just really exciting just doing that. But then all the other techniques you can do with it, and that's why this opens up such a creative world. Now, This section alone is your one-day special. You are saving £10 here, £118.88. You've also got 3 flexes, so we can split that up for you today, just £39.99. So that's if you want your one-day special, 380703. However, we're going to talk about the big bundle in a second. You've also got your foils. Now, I'm going to hold up the board for this so you can see all those gorgeous colours. And these are sensational. You are getting 3 metres of each. I love the colour collection that you've got here. Obviously, they all look sensational, but the best bit, they work together. They need to work together because some of those fantastic things you can do. The foils are just lovely, aren't they? Yeah. And they do need to complement each other because obviously the techniques, it allows you to use 2 foils at once, so you need that complementing colour range. You want them to match and you want them to tone in, because this is the first ever machine where you can use 2 different colours of foil on a design in different areas. Yeah, so you can't do that with your others, so they've got to complement. But even down to the bottom one, that sort of holographic mother of pearl, on black, that has no colour. That's black ink. On black with a mother of pearl, but look at the finish you get. Is beautiful. We really spent a lot of time caring and choosing the right colours of foil, because the original list was about 50 we were offered, and a lot of them we went, no, it's not worth it, and a lot of them I said, no, why would we want a holographic red when you've got a plain red? We've got the holographic gold. We didn't want to expand it to the point where suddenly a complete collection is £200 and you find there's 17 colours you never use. I mean, hopefully one day we'll have holographic. There will be more. I mean, you know, let's face it. But this is nice because, like you said, bite-sized chunks, affordable and gorgeous. So they're your foils. Now, with your foils, if you wanted your foils, you've got a saving there. You've got a £5 saving. However, you are getting 3 metres on each of these. However, that £5 saving is carried forward. The £10 saving is carried forward. So already £15 is carried forward to your one-day special. Now, if you're not a Freedom member, you've got a further £5 saving. However, if you are a Freedom member, you've actually got a further £12.49 saving. So altogether, it's 27. So it's £27.40. Have I got that right? Yes. I love it when I actually manage to add things up. It's £27.49 saving. That's almost £30. 27 quid saving there. And you've got your flexes. So Freedom members today, for the whole bundle, £47.46. Now, what's important is obviously to see what it does. I'm going to show you some of these things and some of the beautiful cards and some of the techniques, because that's the lovely thing about this machine. As I was saying, it's a die cutting machine, which we forget because we get carried away. But look at the foiling there. That foiling, and I mean the quality of that foiling, they're foiled, aren't they? They're foiled. That isn't mirror card that's just been die cut. That's foiled. And on the back, you'll see sort of in the top, to me, left-hand corner, which is TV right, I think. Yes. Yeah, that's foiled straight onto the card. But look, it looks as if I've cut a piece of mirror card and stuck it on. It really does. It's not. The splashes are foiled. Anywhere you put ink, you will get I mean, the one I haven't tried, and I thought of it this morning, shaving foam technique with the Kaleido ink. How amazing would that look with different colours of ink? Yeah, man, that would look phenomenal. And then you've actually got the Kaleido foiled through it. They look brilliant. Honestly, there's so much. And I mean, I love this because that's your embossing, your one of your embossing folders, but because you can see the emboss, you can see the texture, because they're foiling, it makes that texture pop. That looks super effective. And it does. And the thing is, you can't buy that. You can't buy a piece of foiled textured card like that. And if you emboss a piece of mirror card, you don't get the white in it. No, you don't. You can't do it another way. You literally just get embossed card. Whereas, I mean, look at this. See, this is what we're talking about with your stamps. That looks so professional. That looks like a printed topper. Yeah, it does. It looks like something I bought in a shop and I've had to cut it out and everything else. That's a scrap piece of card and a £4.99 stamp. I mean, ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. And this, what I was saying before about you digging all your stamps out, you absolutely look. That is beautiful. Now, that background, is that waste? No, that's a stamp. Is that a stamp? That was actually a stamp from last year's Christmas range. But if you see down the side all the angel hair set with sequins, that was done in the Kaleido. No.
So if you've got angel hair fusible fibres,
Didn't think about that.
you don't have to have an iron anymore.
Oh, that's a joy.
So you don't have to use an iron with them, which I'm sorry is a nightmare.
Yeah.
You just run them through in it with a piece of kitchen roll, greaseproof, and it will seal it. But you could seal flowers and things into that.
Yeah, that's
You can seal things into plastic. You could actually even laminate in it if you wanted to.
Oh, do you know what? I can't wait to play. I'll show you one more. Now, look at the green. See, the foils are beautiful. But this, can you see your two-tone? That two-tone, they're both your foils, aren't
I have to apologise because I said earlier, Sam rang me and told me that stamp isn't an old one. It's another one that you sold me.
Oh, really?
It's a Hero Arts that you flogged me. You sell me more stamps than anyone else, Leonie. You really do. But
My
again,
work
that's
here is
using
done.
both colours and the negative. It works so well.
That is absolutely exquisite. That foiling, I mean, just incredible, isn't it? Okay. We have so much to show you. We've so much to talk about. We've so many elements within the kit to talk about. But we need to get to demo, obviously. We will pop down counter, but 545390, that's your item number. 3 payments, £47.46, super affordable, but you might want to stick other things in that basket, like your happy hour deal. For 1 hour, this is going to be available at £12.49. This is half price. Let me show you John's. This is beforehand, bear with. So you've got those lovely little inserts, you've got your magnetic sheets in there, all ready to go. This is, I bet I need 2 hands.
It's not that bad, that one. I don't bring my heaviest ones.
This isn't that bad.
Because I archive into them. Once I've done shows, I archive into them, so I have an archive shelf of them at home. But the price on the show is what I pay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that is amazing. Yeah. Oh, wow. And, I mean, I'm trying not to do me mic because I do need to balance it on my shoulder to show you. But yeah, look, how many inserts do you get? 10 inserts? Yeah, that's cracking.
And that's 10 inserts and 10 magnetic sheets in there.
Amazing.
But I use them like this one I bought because I can get my dies in there on the magnetic sheets, but I can also get my embossing folder in there as well. And they're so wide because it's got that D-ring, so it doesn't bulk out.
Of course. So that's why it says such a nice wide portion at the top there. Now, you have got your handle. This is absolutely flying out the door. I love a bit of storage, and that is super handy. It is absolutely, maybe you're multi-buying this one, stick it in your flexi basket. It's just really handy. Multi-buy. £12.40. How much has gone? A quarter. I love Katie's voice when it's really flying. She's like, a quarter of the stock has gone. I love it when you... right, you do need to be dead quick with that. It's absolutely flying out the door. Get a couple of them because they always come in handy. I always need more. Anyway, 788-885, that's your item number. Please check your baskets out with those. Don't miss out on anything. Obviously, check everything else out on the website as well. Are we going down, or are we getting... Shall we get a demo? Oh, good. Favourite bit. Over to you. Oh.
Right, well,
what's
I've got a box here of some random stamps because I keep using stamps we've got on the show.
Oh, that looks exciting.
And I keep saying that we can use any stamps at all you've got. So choose me a stamp, please, Auntie Leonie. There's a collection of all different manufacturers and styles and types. And
I tell you shouldn't do this to me. You know what I'm like? I'm going to go that one because that's well pretty.
Probably clicking those to indigo blue on a case. There's more there.
Oh, you're having a laugh.
This is just a small part of my stamp collection.
I know. I'm with you.
So this is one of Kay's indigo blue, made in the UK. So, you know, it's not been designed specially for the Kaleido.
Right, yes,
It's not been designed for it. There's no magic trickery. And I haven't already stamped one of these because I didn't know what Leonie was going to pull for me.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you another one in a minute. Can I just carry on picking?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
All you do, take your ink pad first of all, wipe it down.
Okay.
Prime your stamp a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah? Ink it like you would do normally.
Yeah.
And then just stamp.
Now, we'll go through card again, so not super smooth.
Not super smooth. I'm using the Dolly Dimples.
Beautiful.
Multimedia card.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love this card off Charmaine.
Yeah.
It's like a smooth card, but it has texture, which means that the ink sets and settles on it quicker.
Yeah.
It's a chemical. On your super smooth, sometimes what you have to, and I've done it, you have to leave it, ideally, overnight. Yeah. So you have to leave it overnight to really settle into the card, and sometimes you'll do it and you'll find it just won't work. And sometimes what will happen is, because Super Smooth card is pre-print card, my friend, one of the angels, Hazel, had this problem. It dries too quickly on the paper, and when you come to take the stamp off, it rips the paper off because it's kind of keyed already for special inks. So basically a nice simple card. So all I'm going to do with this is take my 2 plates.
Amazing.
Take that. What colour do you want it, Leonie?
Let's go blue.
Blue?
Let's go blue.
My favourite.
Let's go lovely blue, because I think it'll look gorgeous in that.
Cut your foil.
Beautiful.
Yeah, okay. Make sure that it's folded over somewhere. So it doesn't get caught up on the rollers. Because it's going to go neat onto it. That is all you need to remember, is don't let any gluey or magic medium touch your rollers. Don't let your foil get stuck onto your rollers. So
it's important to fold it, because obviously if you don't, it might just catch.
It can wind up on your rollers. It won't break your machine, but you will have to then get a knife in and start. And the rollers are both metal. Pull it off, then you'll have to watch my cleaning video. And it's a right pain cleaning it. And it's one thing I have to do myself.
But there is a cleaning video if anything does happen to go a bit skewy. Perfect. Yeah, that's amazing. And do you know, again, that's
so fun. It never shows as well on TV.
Well, I found a chunky one. I tell you what, the thing is with this, because, okay, that Happy Hour deal, 70% of the stock has gone. I bet that's does a nice print.
That's going to be one,
That'll be a lovely print.
This is quite a good one to show you. This is a moulded stamp. So I know people sometimes go about, you've got photopolymer stamps.
Yes.
You have moulded stamps. You have the stamps, the cheap ones that come on magazines. You have, there's even a foam block stamp in there, which is like, let's go back to childhood. Doesn't matter. It's the ink that does it. You don't have to have really expensive stamps.
Amazing.
So it's not back to those days, where you have to spend. Can you imagine how much this would cost as a hot foil stamp?
Oh my gosh, And that's it, isn't it? This machine, you do not have to buy specific stamps. It's all, the magic is in that ink. Now, the ink pad, when you get the ink pad, remember, you get the pad and the ink separate. And you can, oh my gosh, that's going to look amazing.
Look at that, beautiful. Now,
that is going to look so good.
This has got a lot of dark areas. And I can feel it's a little bit damp. So, ideally, what I would do is I would leave this for about half an hour to an hour.
And that allows the ink to really penetrate and dry.
It's not wet, but it's a chemical. It kind of needs to settle in. But one little trick you can do is if you increase the pressure in your machine. So what I do is take another piece of paper, that's one I did earlier, or we just did, pop that in just to shim it a little bit. Remember, it's a die cutting machine. You can shim it, you can do whatever you want.
Oh my gosh, what a good idea.
And you can literally, so this should do it now, but it might have wanted to settle a bit, being that bigger stamp.
Obviously, the machine is plugged in. It has been heating up. It'll give you a beep when it's ready. And then you just keep it plugged in. And it stays at a level temperature, doesn't it? Now, look at that. Ooh, that's tremendous.
Isn't that beautiful? And
this is what I meant about digging all your stamps out.
A little bit naughty.
Be naughty.
Just very quickly, because I know that you need to sort of do your numbers bits.
I'm dying to see this. I thought that when with this.
This stamp is perfect for this. So this is card I've covered in magic medium.
Amazing.
Scraped it on thinly. You can do it through stencils. I'll try and show that in this hour or the next one.
Super. And you can let the magic medium dry. That isn't a big deal.
No.
The only rule is you do not let the magic medium touch the rollers.
No. Don't.
So absolutely have it all covered, which is why you're cutting it down,
Which is why I'm taking off, so no white is showing onto the plates. Because what it'll do is, and bless, we didn't know all the instructions and everything at first, but one lady was in panic because she'd basically got this piece of card wrapped around her rollers. I left the shim in, which I don't want with this.
Beautiful.
But the machine, like a die cutting machine, if the sandwich is wrong, it'll tell you itself.
You can feel it, can't
we know that.
Yeah.
And if I wish, when I first started crafting, I wish this had been my first machine and not the one I had.
Yeah,
because I probably wouldn't have changed it so quickly for an A4.
Yeah.
But you see here.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that is so cool.
But what we can do is, you see, even that all the little pen marks where it's been drawn are in there. But that isn't wet.
Yeah.
Okay. That is completely dry now.
Yeah.
You could send that as a card.
Yes.
No one can reactivate it.
Just because it's got the medium on there, that isn't doing anything.
It will do nothing, but I can reactivate the medium by adding foil and going back through the Kaleido.
And that is so cool, because you're not having to put extra medium on. It's already gone through, and yet it's still going to react.
And there is no other way that I know to get two colours like this on a stamp design. And that was a relatively cheap stamp. I think it was one that came with one of our embossing folders.
Really, that is such a good stamp. Honestly, digging out all your old stamps. Again, remember, always fold it at the top or at the side. Just make sure it's folded so it doesn't just get stuck in the machine. But man, look at that. That is so cool.
But I would say, if you can think of another way to do that, let me know how.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
No, I don't.
And Leonie knows things that I've never even heard of.
But I've forgotten them.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I love the texture. I love that you've got, oh man, it's just ace.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
and remember,
John.
you can use the magic medium through your stencils, your Sweet Poppy, your All and Create.
Wow.
And I keep thinking, I've said this to you a couple of times, I'd love to see what some of the art inspiration stamps would look like foiled.
Yeah, they'd look good.
Certainly the housey ones, on the wax background.
Absolutely. Oh, the new Martina ones, the Christmas
ones were, the stag with the tree growing out would look amazing in sort of like silver on black.
Yeah. I mean, when we were chatting, when me and John were chatting, we chatted about that. It was like, I need that machine. I need that machine. Just need that machine. Look at all the stamps. Honestly, when you get hold of this, all the John stamps here, it makes it exciting. It makes it exciting digging all your stamps out, seeing what they do. But then you're going to get your embossing folders, see what they do. Then, obviously, you're going to get your acetate, see what that does. Do you know what I mean? There's so many different techniques, but then it's the techniques. What about, let me just show you this. What about this wonderful board, and this has got all sorts on it. So all your foiling, but obviously you're foiling, but picking up your scraps so you don't waste any foiling. Obviously with this, look, texture, you can get texture. This one is using the pen through a stencil, which is easy. That, use different materials. That is actually on rice paper, which looks super effective. I mean, obviously it's a resist. Can you see that? You've got that beautiful, beautiful pattern. So it might be pattern paper you're doing this on. It might be resist. Your wax crayons. The wax crayons are amazing because it forces the wax into the cardstock, and that is smooth, so you can stamp over the top of that. Your watercolouring, and have a look at that. Can you see that it's still got a resist? So you can still see that mother of pearl underneath it. The resist is super, super effective. Again, you are not wasting any of your beautiful foiling. And that just looks sensational. Again, resisting. It also allows you to go to layer. So you've got your green down, but then your pink will sit over the top of it. It layers beautifully. You can do techniques so you're getting different colours. You can, again, you're layering. I mean, look at that layering. That looks absolutely incredible. This technique is ridiculous because, and I was talking about these, your nature prints, I call them something different every time. It's basically where you get your flowers, you sandwich them in paper, you boil them for 3 hours in water and white vinegar to get that, or you run it through your machine and 3 seconds later you get something like that. A sickener for me who's been doing that 3-hour job. Or wax crayons, that, amazing. Again, look at that. Absolutely amazing. You're using your original or your negative because you don't waste any of your foil. And for people who do not like wasting, it ticks the box. That you can get techniques. Look at that, just splashing your ink, and look how good that looks. Honestly, there's so many different techniques you can do with this. It is your one day special, but it's the big collection that's been the busiest. Your big collection, you get everything. So you get the actual machine. It's a die cutting machine, but it's so much more. You're getting your wonderful machine. You get, of course, the power socket, obviously. You're also getting the foil that comes with your one day special. You get the plates. That's a magnetic plate. How much do you normally have to pay for a magnetic plate on its own? And John's plates, and they were chatting about this earlier, he's been using these for 12 months or more, and they still look really good. They're still, now, all right then, after how much time do your plates normally warp like a banana? Look at that. No fruit bowl here. These are amazing, and that is a magnetic plate. I mean, that is as standard in the package here, which is sensational. You've then got, and this is when it does become magic, because then you've got the ink, and this is the stuff that's going to make the foiling work. Now, that's because obviously it will, you know, it will dry up, even though that's air dry, because it's the chemicals. However, it's not like a normal re-inker bottle. It's not teeny tiny. It's a big bottle, so that is going to last. You've then got, now that is just your one day special, but the biggie is the one everyone's going for. You've then got that phenomenal variety of colour there. And I mean, when we talk about colour, just have a look at just some of those. I mean, they are beautiful. And you're getting, sorry, I'm whipping that out. You're getting 3 meters of each of those, but then you get the magic medium. Now, the magic medium is going to allow you to use all your foil. You are not going to waste any foil. And that to me, and it's going to allow you to do techniques. So imagine your embossing folders, your dies, all your beautiful stamps. I mean, imagine sponging this through, like John was saying, through your stencils. It's one of those that will allow you to experiment, to play, to see. In fact, I'm just going to dig down to this, because look at all of these. That is stamped over wax crayon. I mean, wax crayons. This is, I mean, you'll be raiding all the kids, you know, all the kids' art supplies, not wasting any of your fantastic foiling. I mean, look at the foiling. How beautiful is that? And this, the texture on that is sensational. Embossing folder that has been foiled. How good does that look? It acts as a superb resist as well. And I tell you what, because John were playing before, oh, and different fabrics, I will tell you what. But I've forgotten what I was going to tell you. It does act as a superb resist. What were you using it on? The resisted, the wax. It was the wax, because you went over the top.
We tried it. That's the piece. No, sorry. Oh, where have I put it? Honestly, oh, there we go. That was putting wax over the top of the foil
and
pieces.
That really surprised me, because I didn't think you'd be able to foil over the top of wax, but absolutely you can.
No, that's waxing over foil.
Oh, yes, it is.
So you can foil over wax, which I'm going to show you, but you can actually wax over foil.
Yeah, and it utterly resisted.
Yeah, whereas try that with embossing powder, and your embossing powder will melt off. Crack, break, gun.
Yeah, I mean, that is superb. Different, obviously, different materials. That, a beautiful paper napkin. So think about doing weddings. That one, fabric. Look at that onto your fabric. Again, onto napkins. There's so much you can do with this. And look at the detail. Look at the finish on that. Sensational. Okay, it is incredible. It is busy. Please, please, please check your baskets out. Do not miss out on this. If you're going for your big bundle today, you have got 3 flexi payments. Please be part of whatever we call freedom, because that means... no, it used to flow much better. Please be part of the Craft Store Freedom. So many words. And that means you'll save money and you won't have to pay postage. It means today to get that whole bundle, £47.46. 535290. Now, something you might want to bob into that basket before it sells out, because 3/4 of the stock has gone. We do love a bit of storage. Getting organised in life is marvellous. I don't know what that is, but you've got.
I've seen your stash. You can't get away with that.
I had to clean my my craft room, because the health and safety officer came in and said my room was a health hazard. So we're going to set the whole building on fire, so I had to clean up. Rude. I thought if he knew our crafters, he'd be like, because I said, mate, this is now compared to our crafters' room. This is normal. Anyway, He didn't understand, folks. He didn't understand. So you've got that really big D-ring. You've got your 10 inserts with your magnetic sheets. It is essential. You can't have too many of them, can you? Because every time you buy another stash of dies, you need another one of these. £12.49, half price deal. Please check your baskets out. Do not miss out, because that is flying out the door. 788885 is your item number. OK, we're going to show you some of the goodies that we've got on. Where did the Estates go? Have they sold out? The Estates sold out. It's like there be a hole here. That's because the Estates have gone, so we have sold out of those. But hopefully next time our John's here, we will see those back. OK, so what we've got now, these are brand new. In fact, they're not going to be shipped out till the 29th because they are brand new. So these are your stamps and dies for this year, aren't they,
yeah,
John?
This is the very first glimpse you're getting of my Christmas collection this year.
Amazing.
So you've got the stamp and die. I mean, the idea was obviously that you would see today, if I'd launched it at the beginning of July as we were supposed to, how this ties in with the rest of the collection.
Yes.
But now you're seeing it first.
Yeah, and it works so well.
I just love this idea, the concept of, you know, a die would cost me more. The die would be like £12.99.
Yeah.
The stamp would be, as an A6 stamp on its own, would be about that price.
Yeah.
By combining them together, and we actually have them made in 2 countries, you get the fact that you can use them in 2 or 3 different ways.
Yeah.
But also you're getting a lot better value. So it actually becomes at a better price to start with.
Which is sensational. And I really like these. I like the fact that it lines up perfectly.
Yeah.
So you don't have to faff about, so you can customize. I like that the stamp looks absolutely sensational on its own.
Yeah.
But also that the dies look beautiful on their own. It's one of those, you're getting so much for your money.
It is.
I mean,
I
that's
probably
beautiful.
spend more time drawing these than anything else.
Yeah.
Because I have to draw the stamp to make it a beautiful background stamp.
Yeah.
Then I have to work out that the elements are in the right place to be able to get the outside lines to make the die out of it. So it's a lot more than normal, but I just think I love the layout of it.
Yeah.
It looks like a Christmas tree, but they're just double layering it and colouring through.
That looks so good. Absolutely beautiful. Now, if you do want to get hold of this, only £19.99, and that's for the stamp and the die. I mean, £19.99, and this is not small. You know, these are big stamps. It's a big die sheet for that price. £19.99, 181722. We've also got the second one in the brand new Christmas collection from our John, and again, this is lovely. So you get in the stamp and you get in the dies, and obviously the dies are going to fit perfectly over this. This is absolutely timeless, and it's strong. What a strong image.
It really is. It will actually make it will make cards all year round.
Yeah.
Certainly for men's cards, I always think, 'cause it's just such a strong image.
Yeah.
It will make beautiful winter cards, but it's also, you know how I design everything all together?
Yeah.
This will work perfectly with my next box kit.
Oh, beautiful.
Which is out at the end of September and is called Highland Christmas.
Oh, wonderful.
And it will also match beautifully with I'll get shot for saying some of these, a new paper pad, 2 new paper pads I've designed for Christmas this year, which will be out at the beginning of September, I think.
Fantastic.
So if you think Highland Christmas and you think the Sags, you'll probably get a clue as to what that might be.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm not saying the words, but so it all ties together so that you're getting more out of it than just a stamp and just a die.
Absolutely gorgeous. That is beautiful. And again, the price is ridiculous. £19.99 is your price. Such a strong image. The die in its, the stamp in its own right is sensational. 531760, your item number. Now, last one to see, and again, absolutely fabulous, because you can do so many techniques with your stencils. So with your stencils, you have got, I'll talk this first. Oh, wow. Are you getting all 3 for £9.99? Good grief. So all 3 of these for £9.99, which again is a sensational price. Now, this lets you do techniques because we've got so many possibilities. This is incredible. So I presume with these, obviously you can ink through, but I've noticed this one looks raised.
That's with the magic medium.
Oh.
Because you can put the magic medium through your stencils and foil it, which gives you a raised, embossed foiled
now,
image.
That is interesting, because I didn't think the magic medium would actually give you a raised effect. I thought that would be super flat.
No.
So I thought you have to emboss your card first with your stencil and then put it through to the way about.
No, literally, again, I'll try and show that.
That is so effective.
It just works so easily. You just go through, and of course, it's not just my stencils, it's anyone's stencils.
Yeah.
Go through with the paste, get yourself a nice even thread, even layer. But again, stencils help to do that for you.
Yeah.
Let it dry.
Yeah.
And then just put your foil over and run it through. That's going through with the ink over an inked background.
That looks so effective.
But again, you've got lots of options with them.
Yeah, it just allows you to play, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Again, it allows you, all your stencils, all your embossing. But anyway, what a price. Yeah, really good. £9.99 for all of those. And I mean, you've got multiple designs in these two. 011053 is your item number. Please check your baskets out because they're absolutely sensational. 011053. Right then, everything else is on the website. That is thecraftstore.com, or you can ring us 01733 602000. But my favourite part of the show, play.
Play. Right, so I promised you we'd do leaves.
Yes, you did.
So I went picking in the garden.
Amazing.
Well, I say basically, I went round the back where they've got that shelter where all the sixth formers and the naughty kids do the things they're not supposed to.
Yeah. Well, not quite the things. Well, I hope they're not doing the things they're not supposed to.
You always smoke down the bike sheds at school, so it always makes me think
way more exciting than what
really
happens
not.
right there.
But round there, because of course here we bound onto the fields.
Yes.
So I picked a load. You can see how much I've done it. This is the instruction for visitors. But I picked quite a few leaves and flowers and things like that, and I was going to show you exactly how we do it. So what I found is if I leave them for an hour or so, just to almost start to wilt a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're
which
not
works
too
the best.
dry.
They're not
too wet.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put them down. So we'll get these two. I've got to use these two because these were picked for me, handpicked by Molly for me earlier. Then we'll do some petals. So this is either use a piece of watercolour card or I'm using the mixed media card again.
Right, okay.
All right, because I want that little bit of texture.
Yeah.
Spritz of water.
Right.
Just to help kind of stick it together.
Right.
And also because I like a little bit of steam.
Okay.
Just for no apparent reason. But you don't want to over soak it. At first I was soaking the paper and it doesn't work, doesn't need it at all. Literally, onto your plate sandwich.
Amazing.
Through your machine.
Do you know what I like about this machine? Now, and this has been a thing with a lot of, when I'm doing foiling and stuff, I've had to either turn the machine off or you have to reheat it or you have to get it to the right temperature. That's a constant, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it. Constantly at the temperature you want, that's it.
Obviously, if you're only die cutting, you don't need to keep it plugged in. You can just use it as a die cutter.
No, literally, there's a switch, and we have two, off and on.
I mean, that's easy.
That's it.
There's no putting it to a certain setting.
No set temperature and think, right, because I know one of the machines I've seen, you've got to make sure it's at the right temperature and that the pressure's right, and you've got to heat the hot foil stamp on the plate for so many minutes. I've lost the will to live. Not only has it cost me a fortune, I'm having to remember rules, and we're crafters, we don't remember rules, we just want to play.
We can.
So, one thing, and if you leave it on overnight, as I've done on many occasions, it will cool itself down.
Excellent.
So when when it's been left on for too long, it will start to, in fact, this one has started to cool down a little bit because I'd left it.
Yes, in between shows.
In between shows. Okay, right, so that's pretty.
That's pretty.
But that's the leaf. We want the leaf off. Now, at home I use a little brush or a cloth, and I haven't brought my cloth, so please forgive me.
Oh, wow, look at that. That is well cool.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
I'll show you on that one. That might be a little bit better.
It really is. That's well cool. Yeah, that looks...
The full impression.
Yeah.
The one at the bottom, slightly drier, again.
That's so cool. Because it's that beautiful, subtle finish.
I get two.
Yeah. That's really cool.
But that is completely flat. On my desk, is all the detritus from the leaf itself.
Yeah.
It's not stuck in, but we can do the same with petals. But you said you have to actually boil.
Oh yeah, because
something
I mean,
in vinegar
it's really
or whatever.
interesting. So it's like you're doing your nature printing. So you put all your petals and stuff. I mean, you can do all sorts. So it's a different kettle of fish because you can put rusty, you know, and you can put rope and all sorts. But to get that print, you boil it for about 3 hours, and you have to use white vinegar.
Yeah. No.
And you use alum, whatever it's called.
Alum. Yeah.
And that helps.
Which sets the colour and
Yeah.
Yeah, alum sets the colour in dye, doesn't it? So, but yeah, this is literally just going on. So here, there's no colour. It's just, I mean, I don't even know what flowers they are. These are the ones that are growing up through the pavement out the back.
Oh, really?
I left some. I only took 3 or 4. Yet wildflowers are far prettier than.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Than a lot of the
others.
others.
I never go round back. Oh, you see, you always miss out if you don't go round back.
If you don't, you do.
Indeed.
Little splits of water. Just going to put that on. Yeah, it's where all gossip hangs out. It's where everyone finds out. Well, it's literally.
It is.
You want to know any gossip, you go around there and just stand there, don't you?
Everybody knows everything if they go to the smoker's corner.
Yeah.
I've always missed out. Like when I used to work at other places, my mate, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, and this is happening." It's like, I know none of this. Oh, I like that, John.
I love this.
Now, has the water, has a little bit, or is that just the petals, the juiciness from the petals?
If you leave the petals to dry longer.
Oh, I love that.
But how, I don't know.
That's well cool.
And of course you get 2.
Yeah.
But let's look at that one.
Yeah, I really, really, really like that. They must be juicy petals.
Every single little imprint, but...
Amazing.
Look at that. It's
Proper
totally,
cool.
if I pass you a piece, it's totally smooth.
Yeah,
that's like a digital imprint.
Super cool. You're making your own backgrounds. You're doing all sorts with this. No, it doesn't smell of flowers.
No.
But if you do, I had to give it a sniff. Honestly. Okay, yeah, loving this. Oh my gosh, the amount of things you can do with this. We've only got 50 minutes. I'm going to be quick and then we can get back to John. It is a huge bundle. It's not just a huge bundle, it's a huge amount of possibilities. I love it because when you look at that machine, when you look at the Kaleido, you look at it and it's quite inconspicuous. You know, it's not massive. It's not got loads and loads of extra bits to pop in. It just looks like quite a standard die cutting machine.
Go to a high street store.
Yeah.
You can buy this as a die cutting machine.
Just
not this
for a
machine.
Die cutting. Mm-hmm.
But you can buy this case.
Yeah.
It's not got the same workings in it. It's not got the same tension.
Yeah.
I know because I bought it and tested it.
Yeah.
But we went with a commercially available shape. Because it means it's cheaper for the customer.
Ah, yeah, that's a good idea.
So it's just a standard thing. It would have added another £20 on the machine for us to have a different shape.
Which would have been ridiculous. Why would you do that?
But that's the thing is, so it is a normal die cutting machine because that's what the case was designed for.
And that's all you need. You need a normal die cutting machine, but then it's that extra, it's the heated rollers. And I love the simplicity of that. I love that I do not need anything extra to make this work. I love that all I need to do is turn it on, plug it in, turn it on, boom, done. And that means then I can do huge amounts of different techniques. I love that I've got within here a really good size of the ink bottle, so I can keep re-inking that wonderful pad again and again and again. I really like that I've got a huge collection of foils because obviously different colours, you're playing, you're mixing them up, and of course you've got the techniques and then the magic medium. That will allow you to do techniques. That will allow your stencils to come to life. That will allow your embossing folders to come to life. It means you're not wasting any of your foils, so you can use all your scraps. Honestly, it is a gift that keeps on giving. I'm going to show you those stencil ones again because, remember, the stencils are available. But it's stuff like that. I mean, look at the texture, look at the colour, the quality of this. I mean, it is sensational. Obviously, the sentiments. The sentiments perfectly foiled every single time. It just adds such a different layer of possibilities to your crafting, and it's utterly achievable. Yeah, I just think it's incredible, and I love that you get a magnetic plate as standard. standard. Okay, if you do want to get hold of this, be part of freedom. That brings your price down. It also means you're not paying any postage, so you know exactly what's going out to your account. This month it is just £47 and something pence. 46 pence. I could remember half. £47, 46 pence. You know exactly what's coming out. No interest is taken out of that. We don't wait till your last payment is made. You've still got your returns policy, obviously. So you've still got that in place because, of course, it's your rights. So if you do want to get hold of this, please make sure you check your baskets out. 545390. Now, really important. 80% of the stock has gone. Your happy hour deal is flying out the door. Storage, essential, and yeah, what more can be said? 10 fantastic little folders in there with the magnetic sheets. Just a need. That is 788885, your item number, £12.49, your price. Obviously, check the website out for everything else. We've got the beautiful stamps with the dies. We've got that incredible collection of stencils with that ridiculous price, all available on the website. That is thecraftstore.com, or of course you can ring us 01733602000, and the guys upstairs will answer the phones. Okay. John, right. Enough of me, more of you.
No, we want more of you, not more of me.
No, we want more of you.
Wax crayon.
Yeah, because it's my favourite.
Because it's your favourite. But
favourite.
What I want to show you this time is stamping on it and then actually release it, stamping over it. So I just do it rather than explain what I'm going to do.
That'll be it. Now, we've had questions. So, water, Marion. Hiya, Marion. So she's saying watercolour crayons. Now, that will be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Will there? Amazing.
What will happen with watercolour crayons is, as you put them on, if you draw on it or colour on them, what will happen is if you colour them on, and just run it and scribble them on and run it through, it will seal it into the paper.
Right. Okay.
So you'll get it like the one that's on the board where it's like scribbled on.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you actually sort of sharpen a little bit.
Yeah.
So sharpen a bit onto there, or break some bits off, spits it within the water, another piece of card on top and run it through, you get the most amazing watercoloury background set into the paper.
Beautiful. Do not overwater it.
No,
you do not
literally
want loads
like
of water.
2 light splits like I did, that's it. The pressure will do all of the work.
Amazing.
So all I'm doing is adding a little bit of wax. Whoa. Cheap grater, well, it's basically one that broke at home. It was my chocolate grater at home. So get a piece of...
I forget you have things like that, because you can do that there cooking malarkey as well.
Yeah, well, don't. A number of gadgets. I've got a proper ice cream maker I've never used.
Really?
A cake pop maker, a waffle...
Bring it all in.
Yeah, I've got everything. I'm terrible. I'm just as bad with my cooking as I am with my crafting. I have to have everything. But then it's my hobby, and why not? What do I work for?
Yeah.
You know, I always say that, what do you work for if you can't actually have the bits for your hobby you want?
Yeah.
So I probably overwrapped this, but greaseproof paper, cheapest going, but using things like a grater you've got in the house, we really want people, if you get the complete kit, to need to buy nothing else.
Yes.
There's nothing worse than getting home, opening a box, being all excited, and then going, oh, I need batteries. I need some hot foil stamps now.
Yes.
When I was bought my first ever die cutting machine, it was bought for me as a present at Christmas, and I lived in Spain at the time. Yeah. And it was my partner at the time who bought it me, and I got a die cutting machine and a pack of card. Yeah. No dies.
Oh no.
No embossing folders.
Oh no.
No shop reopens for 2 weeks after Christmas in Spain.
Oh no.
So I was stood there on Christmas Day going,
so keen.
Thankfully, my friend next door, Wendy, was a crafter. Yeah. So by Boxing Day, I'd been able to sort of nip round, and she'd lent me a couple of dies. But I still, to this day, remember that disappointment.
Oh, yeah, that is so annoying.
Opening a box and having nothing to do it with.
Yeah, that's rubbish.
See there?
I love that.
But that isn't waxy. It's a little bit at the top.
That's well cool.
But I couldn't make that any other way. But of course, what we can do is...
Oh, that makes me happy.
Because it's been pushed into the card, so unlike... If you want to say encaustic, brilliant thing.
Yeah, I love encaustic.
But if you want to... I mean, I've got the full kit at home.
Yeah, me too.
But if you want to ink over it, you have to use StazOn.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You can ink over this with VersaFine.
Which is just mad.
Because it's not waxy, it's been pushed into the paper.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to foil over this.
Amazing.
Yeah. Now, all I do, same again, take my foil ink pad that I've made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tap it down. So I give it a wipe.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of, you know.
And you can tell when it needs re-inking, can't you?
You can straight away, as you can with any ink pad.
Yeah.
And it's not the faff that re-inking pads usually is.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I always say to people, and this is the only wasteful thing I'm bad at. I say
You
to people,
buy more pads rather than
I said, buy a new
re-inkers.
pad, don't get a re-inker. I say,
I
it's
buy
just,
re-inkers.
and how many times do you re-ink your pads?
Oh, a lot, actually. No, I'm pretty good.
Are you good?
With my VersaFine clay, I mean, I lose my re-inker a lot and swear. But I am good for that. I need ones for me, my doodah, so.
Yeah, I mean, some of them you just can't. So I need to just ink on this one again. Because, of course, I'm demoing and talking at the same time. But this is so easy to re-ink because the bottle's massive. You don't have to spread the ink out because we designed the foam. Because I bought loads of the spare ink pads to use with my alcohol inks, to make my own alcohol ink pads.
Nice, yes,
I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that actually next week. With the glitter. Have you seen the glitter alcohol inks?
No, I
Got them
haven't
next
seen
week.
glitter alcohol inks.
Are
I
you
didn't
in
even know they existed.
Are you in next Monday, Tuesday?
I can't remember. I've no idea.
I will show you then.
Oh
They're brilliant.
My gosh, I didn't
glitter
know
alcohol inks,
I didn't know that
Yeah,
existed.
so that's stamped on, see?
Yeah, I'm probably in. That's beautiful.
Need that to settle. So here's one I did earlier.
Yay!
Yeah.
And I love this. I love that you don't need to be really quick with this. I love that you can allow that ink to set and obviously keep coming back to it. Oh, I do need to tell you very, very quickly, that happy hour deal is now limited stock. It is going to sell out. It does mean it's less than 10%. If you do want this, you have to check your baskets out. Yeah, it's half price. Better than by a penny. So please check your baskets out. Last few remaining will be the people who get this in the basket. 788-885 is your item number. 5 minutes. Right. I love the demos, John. They're great.
So you can see there, I obviously got a little bit of wax on my plates, but I love the look of that.
Oh, okay, but it's coming off anyway.
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
Wash them off.
Looks quite nice, actually.
Right, wasn't enough tension.
Okay. You know how you said before, because you left it on about your rollers going a bit cool?
Yeah.
So, do you think, if you've left it on like now, would you, so if you've done that at home, you've forgotten it, left it on, would you turn it off and then leave it a little bit and put it back on again?
Because my rollers are cooling down.
Right, yeah, because you've been leaving it on.
I can touch them because I've been leaving it on. My rollers have cooled down. I need to now
turn it off.
Turn it off, turn it back on to reset. So this isn't going to foil now.
Yeah.
Because I can touch the rollers.
Right. Yeah.
So
if you do forget
down.
it, because that makes sense, because obviously if you're using it again and again and again constantly, it's eventually it's going to cool down. So you do need to give it a chance to cool down.
You do.
Shall
and
I
it's
show
actually
you?
Starting. Yeah, and just so I can let this heat up
we'll
a
wait
little bit.
for it to heat up. Okay, I'm just going to move them to one side for a second. Right, it's amazing. I'm going to be dead quick. We'll let the machine do its warming up business. So if you do want to go for this now, half the stock has gone. It's a huge bundle. If obviously you've already got your fantastic Kaleido, and then I know a lot of people have been going for the foils. I know a lot of people have been going for the magic medium. So you've got all those options. However, if you haven't got this system yet, the best way of going for it is your fantastic full collection. Remember, this is a one-day special deal. That's your one-day special deal, but that saving is carried forward. So after the one-day special, that extra saving of £10, that disappears, as does obviously the rest of your savings. So if you do want to get it now with that massive saving, remember it's not just £12.49 because £15 has been carried forward. So it's actually £27.49. £27 you're saving off this, and your first payment today is only £47.46. That's to ensure you're getting that whole bundle delivered to your door, but to ensure you're getting the savings, and then, oh my gosh, you are going to play. You are creating so many different looks. You're using it with your stamps. You're going through the whole stamp collection that you've got at home, foiling every single stamp that you've ever bought just to see what it looks like, foiling your gorgeous die cuts, obviously using stencils, using all your scraps There's so much you can do with this, using your beautiful embossing folders, but then other techniques that don't even include foiling, like, of course, the leaves, which is just sensational. And, hey, we might have mentioned it's actually a die cutter, so you can actually use it to actually cut dies out.
The entire card was made on the Kaleido.
Amazing.
Everything was die cut for it. Everything was foiled.
And
everything
that
was
foiling
done.
again, the foiling is that again. It just looks like they've been die cut out of Miricard.
Yeah, it does.
That is incredible.
And the thing is, as well, I forgot to mention earlier, you can actually foil in the Kaleido any laser printing or photocopying you do.
Oh. Wow.
So if you want to put your inserts into your cards with your own poems, print them on a laser printer, print them on a photocopy them, and you can foil with the Kaleido on that as well.
That's really
good. So that includes any of those, you know,
So
foilable sheets you buy for like some of the other companies. They will work in here with this foil.
Or if you've got CDs and you can actually print them out.
You can print them out. You can print out your digi stamps.
Gosh, yeah.
On laser, or print them on inkjet and photocopy them, and you can foil those as well.
Gosh, that again, it's got so many
you can foil all the
possibilities.
papers that you can get on the CDs. Whole new lease of life for those.
And yeah, because CDs you've got, oh my gosh, people have absolutely tons of them, won't they?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a gift that keeps on giving. I love how you'll keep finding stuff. And if you do want this whole collection before, obviously, you've got one more live hour, and then the price will go up at 6 o'clock tonight. 545-390 is your item number. Please check your baskets out. Right, we will go back to John, and let's see. I forgot what you were doing now,
right,
John.
So I'm trying to foil over the wax. Now, it hasn't double beeped, but it does feel a lot hotter.
Right,
so it might not be up to full temperature.
Yeah. But you reckon it'll be?
But I reckon... Oh, yeah, we're not quite there yet. Sorry, guys.
We do need to wait for the
double beeps. So we're going to have to wait for the double... Oh. Yeah, it's done parts of it.
Oh, yeah, some parts of it. Do you know what I love about that, though? I mean...
I actually like that as it stands.
Yeah. What I love about it as well, like, say you did something like that, then you could run it through again, die cut them, put them over the top, and that'd look really cool because it looks really distressed. What you're looking for.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to see if I can find a frame then to put over it, or on a pieces that's already cut. But again, it just works.
It's absolutely fabulous.
So well.
Oh, I love it,
John. The fact that you're going over that wax background you've made.
Yeah. Right, the possibilities are endless. Please remember, you do get the pen. I keep forgetting to tell you about the pen. The pen allows you to draw. It allows you to write. It allows you to sign. There's so many possibilities. Please check out your happy hour deal as well. The next few people to check the baskets out will get hold of that. 543-390 is your item number for this fantastic bundle. John, thank you very much, my love.